Hello, dear friends. Patrick here. I want to continue on doing a review of the Book of Wisdom from the Apocrypha by Solomon. Solomon, as you know, the son of David, writing a couple of hundred years BC, before the time of Christ. He is writing in chapter 10. He is talking about all the stories from, the Old Testament. In his history, right? He's talking about the creation, when God first formed the world with wisdom. And he talked about the story of Cain and Abel. He talks about the flood. He talks about saving Lot out of the cities that were destroyed, and he gives a reference to Lot's wife. He says, "A pillar of salt still stands there as a reminder of a faithless being," and he goes on and on about how wisdom is so important. And then he talks about Joseph being sold into slavery, right? All these stories from the Old Testament, Solomon is going over, and how wisdom is intertwined within those stories. And he continues on talking about the chosen people and the Red Sea, and the people who did what was right. God rescued them, and wisdom opens the mouths of those who can't speak and puts clear words on their tongues. So yeah, in this chapter he goes through all these Old Testament stories and relates how wisdom was there, right? Wisdom came to the rescue in terms of providing, for example, Noah the wisdom to create this boat, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's quite a remarkable chapter, because Solomon uses this chapter to go through all these Old Testament stories and relate them to the reader. And you can't help but think about the time that this was written, and he is writing about his history. So he's writing about 200 BC, and we're told that Moses maybe wrote, I'm not sure of the numbers, anywhere from 1500 to 3000 BC was the time of Moses. The first entry in the King James Genesis chapter 1 is listed as 4004 BC. You probably know that piece of trivia as a historical anecdote for timing when the Bible events took place. And so young earth creationists often point to that reference, which is obviously a bit of a stretch, but hey, if it works in the biblical timeline, I'm not gonna. I don't have any interest in getting into that area of speculation, because there's no need for me to speculate about it. I believe in the history and life and testimony of Jesus the Christ, and that's good enough for me. I'll leave that for the people that want to fight over those esoteric topics of dating the age of the earth and the age of the Old Testament and so on and so forth. So that's it for today. Just a quick review of the Book of Wisdom, chapter 10. Maybe I can summarize the last 5 chapters in another single video. I'm not sure if it's necessary to do a video for each chapter, but I'll see. And if anything remarkable jumps out from it, I will share that with you. But for now, I'm just going through. I read the Book of Wisdom years and years ago, but it's something that just fades from your memory, and unless you're one of those savants that's able to remember every book they've read word for word, oftentimes the surrounding edges of what you've read fade into the distance, and you may only retain 1 or 2 very significant points that stay in your mind and stay with you for a lifetime. And by going over and reading the Book of Wisdom again, I'm hoping that maybe I can pull out some of those little things once again that will stay with me and strengthen my mind, encourage my mind, as well as yours. And I thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Spend time with people you love, and I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. We'll continue on very shortly with the next chapters. Thank you for watching. I love you very much. God loves you. Have yourself a wonderful day. Bye for now.